This is the Hustlers Corner.
Hello to all the hustlers all across the world. This is DJ Smooth straight out of Johannesburg, South Africa. And welcome to the Hustlers Corner. Make sure that you subscribe, tell your friends about the page. In case you bumped into this video accidentally, make sure that you do subscribe, share, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when we're dropping brand new videos. Now, right now, this is book reading. In case you haven't had a chance to read, guys, you can't be a hustler if you don't read. You have to read. We have to be reading the Constitution, the laws of the government. You have to be reading the Freedom Charter. You have to be reading books that arm you with content that make you a smart hustler. Guys, remember, the world has changed. The world as we knew it is all gone. Right now, you need to be smart. It's no longer hustling hard, just like we did it. We hustled in the streets. We built ourselves from hustling in the streets of Johannesburg and Hillbrow, all the way up to traveling all over the world and writing best-selling books and dropping multi-platinum albums and all the accolades that we've received. It all started in the streets. But you can't get to an even higher level if you don't read books. You have to be reading books, my hustlers. Remember, leaders are readers and readers are leaders. All right, let's start with the notification, gang. There is a sharp sign there that I'd like for you guys to click those likes on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Click. Thank you very much, guys, so that we are able to manipulate the algorithms so we show the video to as many Africans as possible, because we are dealing with a book that is very, very important. Now, for a lot of Americans who would know Malcolm X and a lot of Africans who would know Steve Biko, may their souls rest in peace, their ideologies were very, very similar. In case you didn't know Steve Biko's ideologies, this is an opportunity for you to learn about Stephen Bantu Biko. Now, I'm going to be splitting the book. We're going to do the introduction. We're going to do the autobiography, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. We'll keep posting them as different videos. I'm not going to read the entire book just like I did mine, like all the 5 hours compressed into one. I do know that sometimes you guys have got a lot of things to do, so I'll break it up. So you can read the introduction, you can be busy doing other things. Maybe the following day, you can, watch the video of the chapter 1 or watch the video of chapter 2, etc., etc. That's how I'm going to be doing it. All right, getting started. This is the 40th anniversary edition. I Write What I Like by Stephen Bantu Biko. The foreword is by Njabulo S. Ndebele. Now, starting with what the great Ndate Nkosinathi Biko said, may his thinking continue to be a part of the national dialogue as we continue to define ourselves. I Write What I Like features the writing of the famous activist and black consciousness leader Steve Biko before his untimely death in detention at the age of 31. He was instrumental in uniting black Africans in the struggle against the apartheid government in South Africa. This 40th anniversary edition includes a foreword by Njabulo S. Ndebele, personal reflections on Steve Biko and black consciousness, as well as Biko's first known published piece of writing. In addition, it features all the material of the original Picador Africa edition, a collection of Biko's columns entitled I Write What I Like, published in the Journal of the South Africa Student Organization, SASO, under the pseudonym of Frank Talk. Other journal articles, interviews, and letters written by Steve Biko at the time, an introduction by Nkosinathi Biko, a preface by Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and a moving memoir by Father Alred Stubbs, which pays tribute to the courage and power of this young leader who was to become one of Africa's heroes. Steve Biko was born in Talden in the Eastern Cape, South Africa in 1946. As a medical student, he founded a black student organization in 1969 and created a national black consciousness movement. The movement's aim was to combat racism and the South African apartheid government. He was banned in 1973, which prohibited him from speaking in public, writing for publications, or any travels. Stephen Bantu Biko was arrested by police on the 18th of August 1977, and he passed on in detention, naked and manacled from extensive brain damage. 25 days later, on 12th September 1977, he was discovered. He left a widow, Nonsikolelo Biko, and 2 young children. His death caused international protests and a UN arms embargo. Biko became a symbol of the anti-apartheid movement. An inquest conducted in late 1977 found no one responsible for his death. But in 1997, 5 former policemen admitted to being involved. Guys, I will be reading this book. This is the first video. I'll be reading the introduction. I'll be reading the biography. I'll also be reading a moving memoir by Father Alred Stubbs. And I'll also read the preface by Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And I'll be splitting it in different videos, all the way up to chapter 1, its own video, chapter 2, its own video. I'm not going to read the whole thing like I did my book. So I'll split it up nicely, and that's what I'm going to be doing with every book. This is strictly for educational purposes. This is not for commercial usage at all. I hope that you guys get to learn about your African history. You guys get to learn about the ideologies of the likes of Stephen Bantu Biko, of the likes of Solomon Mahlangu, Abo Robert Sobukwe, Abo Malcolm X, Abo Marcus Garvey. If you're an African anywhere, living anywhere in the world, you need to be reading those books. I will be recommending a lot of books that I think any African all over the world should be reading, especially hustlers, obviously entrepreneurs. The reason why I focus on African history as well, you can't just hustle if you're not conscious about where you are, who you are, where you come from, and what you stand for, what you represent. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Looking forward to seeing you when I'm reading the preface, when I'm reading the biography, when I'm reading the introduction, and when I'm starting the book on chapter 1 all the way up to the end of the book. I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy this book. If you've never had a chance to read I Write What I Like by Steve Biko, make sure that you subscribe and click the notification button so that when I start dropping the different videos on the different chapters of the book, you get to just watch. You don't even have to read, you just watch. Or you can just listen on the Hustler's Corner, because this podcast goes out everywhere all over the world on different platforms. Thank you very much for watching once again, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification button on the count of 1, 2, 3. Click, 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 click. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. This has been The Hustler's Corner with DJ Smooth.
This is The Hustler's Corner.